Hey guys, it is Kid. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic time in life wherever you guys are at. Day, morning, night, evening, 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. But I just hope you guys are having a good time and here to learn more about Apex or just kind of like how things are going with Apex Legends. So as you guys know, Season 1 is just over halfway done. I believe we're approaching less than 30 days soon on the Season 1. And then hopefully Season 2, we're expecting tons of more legends and everything. But we'll get to that in another video with regards to like leaks and things like that. But today, we are all about Apex Legends. We are ranking the Apex Legends characters from the worst to the best, in my opinion. Because in the way I play the game, it can be a little bit more aggressive and things like that than most players. I'm not as casual. I'm pretty competitive with the game. But here we go. We're just going to jump right on into it. We're having Caustic at number 9, so he's going to be the bottom of our list. And the reason why I picked Caustic there is because he is such a, I feel like he's like a lone wolf type of player, and he's not very offensive. He's more defensive, slower paced game. Because if you sit there, even if your teammates, they don't get hurt by his Nox gas or his traps, they're super slow. They can't see through it, so they're unable to help you when they're there. It's more for a personal, more for a solo player. His hitbox is still pretty big as well, and it just seems to be the type of guy that no one can use offensively or in a team player type of way. So that's why we have Caustic down at number 9. Up next, we have Gibraltar. So Gibraltar, recently, my opinion about Gibraltar has improved recently. I have a friend who's a Gibraltar main. He's rocking Gibraltar. He's going down there. He's knocking squads with his ultimate defensive bombardment. His shield has helped us, especially when I get knocked or teammate gets knocked. He's there to help us do that. And so my opinion on him hasn't changed and actually improved, but I still have him down at number 8 because mainly because of his hitbox. His hitbox is just still ginormous, even with the new fortified passive addition to Caustic in Gibraltar. They're still huge, even with a huge hitboxes, even with a 10% decrease in hit points when you get shot at. But I do find his shield very useful in times where you need to have some cover, get a quick revive off, get a quick shield battery off, things like that. So that's why we have him down at number 8 because he can be used offensively, but he's mainly a defensive player. But the thing about him, and the reason why he beats Caustic, is because he is a team player, and he can be a team player, and he's not so much of a lone wolf. So up next in our 7th spot is gonna be Mirage. So the reason why we have Mirage there is because now that we're into the game that was released in February 4th, 2019, we're sitting here in May, and people have gotten used to Mirage. People have gotten used to being bamboozled or having his decoys out there, and he's just not as useful as he used to be in the beginning of the game. Also at the same time, again, he's not the biggest of team players, but he beats Gibraltar and Caustic because of his hitbox. It is small. He can be used well if he's with a skilled player. There are times where, his decoy or his bamboozle will help a situation, that split second that you need to go in and defeat an enemy. And his ultimate ability, even though his decoys kind of just stand there and people are kind of used to that, it allows you to take a second, and he does get a slight speed boost because of it. We're not sure the statistics there, but he does get a slight speed boost, and he's able to run away and possibly reset the fight or join his teammates or grab a banner and then run, things like that. Next up, we have Octane. So I want to give a warning here. I'm an Octane main player. I use him a lot. So far I have 120 season 1 wins with him. I have 1,700 kills with him, things like that. So I love Octane, but the reason why I put Octane down at the number 6 spot is because for the most part, the average player doesn't use him to the full potential that he has. And in all seriousness, his main thing is he's just a fast-paced player in general. There's nothing super special or offensive or defensive about things. It's just that he's able to move around the map faster than most people. And so we have here at number 7, he has his passive where he heals slowly over time. He has his ability where he can do a stim shot and run super fast. with the boost, lasts 6 seconds, and then he has his ultimate, which is a jump pad. It allows him to maneuver around the map, get on top of roofs, run fast. He can sneak up on squads or even run away from squads if he needs to reset the fight if needed. And so that's why we have him at number 6 with the small hitbox. He's still very good legend and good character to be using, but there are so many legends and the maneuverability. We have him here just without the ability to be super offensive. We put him here at the number 6 spot. Up next, we have Bloodhound. Man, I love Bloodhound. I do not use him enough. So what's awesome about him is his ultimate. I just want to start off with that, is the ability to use his ultimate and become the beast of the hunt and have everything black except for his enemies show up red, like red highlighters, their tracks, their everything. And he's able to get that speed boost, and he's able to go through and wipe squads. There are times where I've used a Bloodhound just for fun with my friends. I go through and I literally have destroyed squad after squad using his ultimate. I love it so much. It allows you to seed so much and find enemies, especially when you're slow game and you're trying to find someone to go and kill. I love his ability where he's able to scan the area. There's always times where we've been like, man, I think I hear someone. They sound really close, but I'm not sure they are. You can use that, and it highlights where the individual was, and you're able to figure out where they are and make your next move. And then with this passive, being able to see old tracks up to a minute long, that allows you guys to track enemies down if they barely got away. If there's an Octane, you're able to track them down eventually. Things like that. But Bloodhound is going to sit here at the number 5 spot because a good team player, a good Bloodhounds always report to their teammates about things that they see, and they're able to kind of lead the way. Up next, we have number 4, Bangalore. I used to be a Bangalore main before Season 1 started and Octane was released. She is amazing. She, I think, is the all-around pro here, and she's she can be such a great defensive player and such a great offensive player here. Her passive is the ability that has a 6% speed boost for a few seconds when she first started getting shot at, which helps out tremendously, especially when those first few shots are critical, digging out where you're being shot from and being able to move out of the way and kind of find some cover for yourself. She then has her ability of using the smoke grenades, which deploy on impact. They provide enough smoke for, I believe, about 15 seconds. Very thick. It's hard to be seen. You can get a quick revive off of that, or it's able to pop some shield cells or things like that, so you can able to hide from your enemies or even possibly be offensive with them, because they do 10 damage when hit by the smoke upon impact to your enemies, and then they cannot shoot at you because they can't see. And it's very useful because they can be shot so far away, so if someone's sniping at you and you put that right in front of their point of view, they're not able to see you. That team has to either decide to run or to push and get closer, and then you have a better chance of fighting with them, especially now because the longbow is such a great weapon. I feel like it's overpowered. I'm expecting a nerf for it right now, but it is what the wingman used to be when the game first came out, and it's just become just such a critical weapon to be carrying now because the longbow does so much damage so quickly. But yeah, Bangalore, and then her ultimate is her airstrike, I like to call it, is where I have the sweeping barrage of 20 rockets that land, and they all go off layer by layer, and providing cover or being offensive when you third party someone, and just really letting everyone know that you are there and you're ready to fight. Up next, we got Lifeline. Lifeline's going to sit at the number 3 spot because she is so crucial. Such a team player. She's so selfless with the way her abilities are set up. So she sits there, and her passive is that she can heal faster, Lifeline, while you're healing everyone else. What's awesome is to have a medic who's alive, so she can pop meds easier and faster. Her ability is to drop her dock drone, where it can heal everybody on the team or even enemies if you're able to take over that robot from the Lifeline. If you knock the Lifeline, and you can use her robot to heal while standing there. And then she's also able to pick enemies up, pick teammates up faster when they're knocked down, able to go and help them. Instead of I believe it's 6 or 7 seconds to pick someone up regularly, with Lifeline I believe it's 4 or 5 seconds to pick them up and get them back into the fight. And then her ultimate ability is she's able to call in a care package to get heals, get possible armor upgrades, things like that for the team. I love her abilities, love her as, especially when I have someone like her on the team. I always love playing with Lifelines because they're able to help out so much when you're in a tight spot, especially with not having enough heals, things like that. So we put Lifeline in number 3 spot. Now, number 1 and number 2, before we get into those top 2 spots, I wanted to say that I rank these guys mostly a little bit by maneuverability and mobility with regards to moving around the map, and but then I went with how much their abilities can be used to help you out in fights, being offensive. And so at the number 2 spot, we have Pathfinder. Now, most people might not put Pathfinder in the top 5 legends if they ranked them, but the reason why I put him here is because his mobility allows him to be all over the place. His grapple allows you to sneak up on enemies or run away real fast if needed. His zip line allows you to push an enemy that's super far away if they're sniping at you, or to get an advantage of a high ground or things like that. I know that for the repulsor on those big high walls, I love using his zip line ultimate ability to get up top there and have a ability to look around and see everyone around me and start shooting at them from there. I love Pathfinder's ability with all of that. And so last but not least, we have Wraith at the number 1 spot. The reason why Wraith is number 1 spot to begin with is because of her ability to go into the void and be invisible for 6 seconds. That really helps, because if you're in a tight spot where there's really no place to hide and you're out in the open and you're just taking damage, you know if you don't use that ability, you're going to go down. Use that ability, 6 seconds to run away, hide behind a door, hide behind a rock, get a heal off, and get back into the fight. That really helps, especially when you're in sticky situations. I also love her passive ability, which allows you have a warning voices, basically, where if someone's aiming at you, you're warned about that, especially when they're a sniper super far away. Or if you're in a danger zone, it'll tell you that this is the kill zone, get out, things like that. And then her ultimate is a portal. It really comes in handy when your teammates are in a tight spot as well. You can give them a portal to back up and then watch the other end of the portal for if the enemies come through, and it gives you the advantage in that fight. Kind of resetting the fight. If you guys haven't watched my video, 10 ways to get better at Apex Legends, it really talks about that there, where you're able to reset the fight and fight on your own terms, not the enemies, things like that. But Wraith is also number 1 because of her hitbox. Her hitbox is so small and the smallest in the game. It allows you to be harder to hit, harder to shoot. And as long as her ability allows her to quickly get out of sticky situations, she will always stay at the number 1 spot. I always see Wraith and Pathfinder are always used out there when I'm playing with randoms and things like that. She's just so useful in so many different situations. And in the hands of a great player, she can become the ultimate weapon. But thank you guys so much. Please let me know down in the description below what you guys thought about my rankings and what you would have changed. And let me know your top 9 and the list that you would have. And I just really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.